Dear brothers and sisters, I want to make you aware of a great deception that is going throughout the land. Maybe you've heard of it. It's called the power of I am. I'm going to play 2 clips for you. Help you to see just how deceptive this is and how it is taking over the world using the most influential people on the earth today. From Joel Osteen to Oprah Winfrey, and then Hollywood, many are beginning to make their affirmations or begin to use what is called, they're calling the power of I am. Please pay close attention. And before you listen to this, you might want to stop this message and pray and ask God to cover you with His blood. Ask Jesus, plead the blood of Jesus over your mind, your soul, your body, your spirit, before you listen to the rest of this audio. I warn you, this is very, very, very strong delusion.
When Moses was in the wilderness, a great power, a force we call God, came to him in the form of a burning bush. God told him to liberate the children of Israel from Egypt. But Moses was hesitant, and he asked, "Well, who should I say sent me?" God said, "Tell them, I am that I am sent you. This is my name, and this is how I shall be known for all the generations." It was an answer that has baffled people for thousands of years. Yet Moses used the power of I am to produce some of the greatest miracles in the Bible. Fast forward to our present century and consider how many influential people in our culture believe that the God of the I am is precisely what we're looking for. In the year 2000, in his best-selling book, How to Know God, Deepak Chopra said that the I am is how we achieve self-realization. In 2005, James Twyman wrote a book called The Moses Code, and then in 2008 he produced a movie in which he described the I am as the most powerful force in the universe. Beloved teachers such as Debbie Ford, Michael Beckwith, Neil Donald Walsh, and Iyanla Van Sant were in the movie, and each of them celebrated the power of I am. At about the same time, Tony Robbins created a powerful incantation called "Now I Am the Voice," which has since become one of the most popular and memorable parts of his Unleash the Power Within seminars. A few years later, Pastor Joyce Meyer wrote a best-selling book called Power Thoughts, in which she frequently invoked the I am. And then, in 2011, Pastor Joel Osteen delivered an influential sermon called The Power of I Am. And then followers of the Buddhist Thich Nhat Hanh started applying their I ams to their spiritual practice. And then, in 2012, a year later, Oprah Winfrey flew down to Texas to interview Joel Osteen, and she even gave a life class on the power of I am. Also in 2012, Wayne Dyer wrote a best-selling book called Wishes Fulfilled, in which he showed how your I am is the most powerful aspect of yourself, and that repeatedly saying your I ams is how you become one with your Creator and realize your true potential. In 2013, Rabbi Michael Bernstein wrote about the power of I am in the Huffington Post. The neuroscientist Jill Bolte Taylor gave a TED Talk in which she celebrated the power of her I am. Just in the past few years, psychiatrists, psychologists, neuroscientists, healers, and business people have written about how the I am can transform your brain chemistry, hormones, moods, and even your health. The I am is emerging in our culture. Your I am is the bread of life. Your I am is the light of the world. But why has there been a sudden resurgence of interest in the I am? And at the same time, why has our great shift, our great awakening still not occurred? Why aren't millions of people flocking to Facebook and Google Plus and Twitter to declare their I ams? Because Facebook and Google Plus and Twitter don't have the missing ingredient. They don't have the sphere. All they have is an empty box.
Well, I'll tell you how I am. I am excited. I am energized. I am ready for life class with our very special guest. He's been called the voice of hope, a pastor for a new generation, Houston's own Joel Osteen. I love Pastor Joel. You know, a few months ago, I saw one of his sermons called I Am. And I said, now that is a life class. And I instantly sent him a text, because we text each other all the time. Because he was basically teaching one of my all-time favorite life lessons, and that is, you become what you believe. But it was so simple. He said, whatever follows I am is going to come looking for you. Woo. Did you not have an aha just there? So for example, and that just really changed the way I looked at my life. I thought it was so powerful. For example, how many of you are saying to yourself right now, I'm so tired? Okay, or I'm so broke. I'm so fat. We all do it from time to time, but I'm telling you, when I heard that sermon, I catch myself when I'm saying those I ams to myself. If that's what you've been putting out in the world, then that's what's going to lead you to where you are right now, the path to defeat. So Pastor Joel says, it's simple. Your life is how you see it. And that is what we're going to learn, is to change the way. Yes! We're going to change the way we see our lives. So let's get started with the man who says anything. Just think about that for a moment. Just take that in. Imagine anything is possible if you have the faith to believe it.
So as you can see, folks, we're dealing with a very strong delusion here that's just taking over the world, mesmerizing the world, engulfing the world. And sad to say, unfortunately, even probably some of God's people may be led away, the error of the wicked. But I was thinking about this as I was listening. This is the very wording that Jesus used. He said, many shall come in my name saying, I am Christ. They're already saying it. Some of these teachers that are teaching the power of I am are already saying, I am God, I am Christ. Many shall come in my name saying, I am Christ. Folks, it's the same lie from the garden where the devil said to Adam and Eve, you shall be as God. If he would have said to Adam and Eve, you shall be God, they wouldn't have believed it. He's very subtle. He piqued Eve's interest. As God? What does it mean to be as God? Your eyes shall be opened? You see how Satan operates? How much poison does it take to kill you? If you have a whole glass of water, does it take a whole glass of poison? If it's strychnine, it just takes a drop, just a little bit. That's what Satan's doing. He's poisoning. He's poisoning. He's the serpent. He's a poisonous, venomous serpent. And worse than that, he's a dragon. These are the attributes of the spirit, Satan. Satan is a spirit, but the attributes of Satan is he is a serpent, the characteristics of a serpent and of the dragon. Don't be deceived, folks.